What's up, Robin?
Hey guys, all is good. We are so excited to have this round 3 of an amazing matchup we've just seen between DMC and Oblique Gaming, which they now call themselves as Elunes. Alright, the very change of the name is now depicting the seriousness these teams have in their mind. DMC, Punk, Bark, Zoom, Quit Noobs, and Pyro all geared up against Chinese Mongol, Lucky Bend over Evil Ash and Mr. Crowley. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Last match there was a huge turnaround when you saw Punk creating a complete reversal and the complete game-changing unit he has proved to be while he was taking an anti-mage. This time, ladies and gentlemen, we already have some bans, more subs in the picture. Let's tell you more about this.
This is just like the test of patience here. The last game, DMC were so patient with the game. They really brought out the best in them. They made cautious choices, perfect item decisions. Meanwhile, the Oblique Gaming went a little far on a far-fetched item, bought a Skull Basher for the Rikimaru, which did not have the desired effect, which did not enhance his DPS. In this game, we're seeing rapid bans and picks happening. Tide Hunter Anti-Mage already banned by Oblique Gaming, and followed by the second ban phase that has already begun, which has a disruptor in it. And on the Divine Merchants of Chaos, that is DMC, a Naga Siren and a Templar Assassin being banned. Probably the Templar Assassin being a respect ban for Mr. Crowley on the OG side, and the third ban is Chaos Knight. Now it's Oblique Gaming's turn to ban a hero. We have Morphling and Leshrac and Rubik being picked by Oblique Gaming. Morphling being the first pick. We see that rarely, that a carry being picked as your first pick. It shows that they want to secure Morphling. Anything happens, they need that Morphling to stabilize the game, to be mobile and just keep farming that up. They will create that room, but Morphling has to be there for them. He is their key hero. In the DMC side of things, they have chosen to go for a Darkseer, which is, they really want Darkseer. He is the guy who can create chaos anywhere in the team. The guy who can create the maximum amount of chaos from the entire hero pool is Darkseer. Helping heroes to escape, vacuuming people, the wall of replicate in the late stage of the game is amazing. They have also picked up Invoker and Shadow Shaman. We have yet to see who will be playing what here, because we haven't really seen an Invoker pick in all these games by DMC. It's now, we are in the fourth ban. A Venomancer has been banned by Oblique Gaming as the fourth ban. It's a utility hero. I guess they just did not want DMC to have that guy. He is seriously a really versatile hero. He can do so much with so little. That is what defines Venomancer. And the fifth ban in the form of Crobulus, that is a respect ban. We saw DMC picking up the Crobulus. She was level 3 when Rikimaru was level 7, and she was kept at bay the entire early game to mid game. And still, she found her way to get back into the game and make a difference, and a strong one at that. I'm sorry guys, but I just can't come out of that last game here. It was such an amazing game. The fights, the ganks, the clashes, the gameplays were impressive to say the least. And as a respect ban, Oblique Gaming have now banned the Dead Prophet. Now it's the turn of the DMC to ban heroes. Now they've banned a Queen of Pain. It's an amazing hero. The mid solo, they do not want any sort of harassment here. We also spoke about Rubik being picked by Oblique Gaming as the third pick, and a Panda being banned by DMC as the fifth ban. Excellent choice again. The Panda with his chaos again. Blink, Thunderclap Initiation, the Primal Split, and again the three subsets of the characters into 4 skills. Undying being picked. That's a surprise pick. That's the first time we've seen an Undying being picked here. It's just amazing. They're really looking for an early push strat. The Tombstone would actually be really lethal and painful to the DMC, mainly because it's just the lineup is at the moment really paper thin. Invoker and Shadow Shaman are really thin heroes. Darkseer is the only one with an escape mechanism in the form of Surge. Rubik. So we have Morphling, Leshrac, Rubik, Undying and a pickup, and DMC pick up an Earthshaker. Again, last game Earthshaker really turned up the heat. He really brought the Earth to shake and created some of the best openings for anti-mage to go in and wipe them out. Again, we see an Earthshaker being picked here. It's time for the final ban on the Elunes side. Robin, what are your thoughts, man?
Look, these are amazing picks that I've just encountered. Morph is there, and the very popular choice Darkseer has finally made again into the scenario. Invoker, supported by Shaman and Earthshaker, it's going to be going against Rubik. Not only do I enjoy Rubik's role in a game, I also enjoy watching him, the way he moves his head, you know. So this is pretty nice to see him. Undying Mace's appearance, that's quite unusual. The Clinks is here! The infamous Clinks is here, man. That's the damage we're talking about. This Shadow Shaman, Earthshaker, they definitely need to take care of the damage that's being caused by the Clinks here. Definitely need to take care of Clinks guys before they are looking, if they're looking at a win here. They need to check on Clinks, they need to check on Morph, they need to check on Undying and Rubik. I mean, so many heroes to need to check on. Ursa? Dude, Ursa? Seriously?
And an Ursa being picked. This is once in a lifetime game here that we are witnessing. An Undying, a Clinks pick, and an Ursa pick all in the same game. This is bound to be an entertaining game, I can assure you that. It's tough to decide what lanes they'll go at, but I can surely tell you that Clinks would need a solo lane and Morphling would probably end up in a tri-lane, but it's yet to see who will end up in the second solo lane with the Leshrac or the Rubik. Undying can definitely not solo alone. It's just hard to see, or maybe Morphling could end up soloing mid. There's just a random variety of choices that they can make, and we see a Rubik and Lesh and Undying going for a try on top. It's a push heavy strat here. They just want to keep pushing, spam their skills, get the kills and get the tasks, push this right through as early as they can. Morphling would be going solo mid here, has 2 slippers of agility, 1 tango and a salve, and Clinks has a circlet, 3 tangos and a few healing items as well. On the Radiant side, we have Ursa, Earthshaker and Shadow Shaman actually looking to go bot. It could turn out to be a really good tri-lane setup here, but it's yet to see. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we have the Invoker, who is actually going to be taking mid lane, which does not come as a surprise here. It's just again Mr. Crowley who's playing it. Again, a standard textbook item, the Blades of Attack that has become popular with the Quaswex build, because he really needs that last hitting damage to get those creeps, the last hits off. And top, the hard lane would be played by Darkseer. Again, not a surprise. It's standard. This is a standard procedure being followed. Pyro would be the one playing Darkseer here. And Mr. Zoom being playing the Invoker. I apologize. I got mixed up with the teams and the players playing them. I sincerely apologize. It's been a long day already. And we have DMC Barca playing the Earthshaker here. And Quit Noobs, the excellent anti-mage, the tight game, a really tight anti-mage from last game. We have DMC Quit Noobs, who's playing the Ursa here, has a stout shield here. And Punk would be playing the usual support Shadow Shaman. This game we do not see him picking up a Rubik. He'll be playing the Shadow Shaman instead. On the Elunes side, it's strange to notice that these guys have actually changed their name from Oblique Gaming Tag to Elunes now. Can you speculate on the reason? I tend to believe it's for the luck, maybe, or what do you think?
It's definitely the luck, man. It's the charisma of the names and their beliefs in when they're wearing their tags. It's just like a uniform, you know. It's like a war group going into a military, you know, going for a war, and you're wearing uniform. It gives you the kick. You know, it keeps you organized, and it's the best thing that the team Oblique Gaming is going in for now. Elunes, by keeping the name tag, they are just saying that they're just making a statement that they are Elunes. They need to take care of them, and when they are seeking Elunes ally along with them, they're going to be more and more, you know, having a kick out of it. That's probably the reason they are having it in the first place.
We have Undying being played by Ben over here, and we have Klings being played by Chinese Monk here, the Furion from last game. The last game's inventory, the Daedalus and the Monkey King bar was really a huge inventory that he pulled off. Unfortunately, he couldn't get it up going, and he did not actually result into a win for them. Leshrak is being played by Lackey here. Rubik is being played by Evil Ash, the awesome support from the first game who played an excellent Earthshaker. Mr. Crowley has gone for a Morphling this time. We see Klings rotating on the top here. There's been a lane mismatch perhaps. They're trying to rotate and get lanes to be equivalent here, balance out the lanes. Rubik is going, shifting towards mid now. Let's see what he's planning on doing. Morphling at very little HP. This could be a gank here. Rubik goes, lifts him up. Morphling one hit and a wave. Rubik and the Ghost Walk comes off. Would there be a wave here? There's not a wave. Just little mana there. 40 mana less. Invoker just survives. A Sentry Ward being dropped. 2 hits, 3 hits, and the first blood goes to Rubik.
This is amazing play by Rubik, ladies and gentlemen.
Rubik takes the first blood. Zoom going down. The Invoker, excellent placement of Sentry Wards there. Just enough to get that kill. First blood to Rubik, again excellent. The support that would allow him to upgrade the chicken career, I mean the donkey, whatever it is. And the ward that they have in place, a few more wards, gives them an excellent map vision and control here. Again, a clever ward being placed here to avoid the spawns that would happen here. Again, now the Rubik is actually looking for this rune here. He'll be probably going bot here to support Undying and Leshrak as they've ported on bot from top. It's a complete lane swap here, which also resulted in the first blood going to them. So the time wasted can actually be compensated with that. You know, the game is looking action-packed here already. I can feel the chills happening. There's just anticipation in the air. Anytime, anything can happen. We have Rubik with his illusion, trying to waste a little bit. He has paired up with one of his illusions here. Probably a ploy to get them into thinking they both are illusions. Let's see what happens here. Meanwhile, the pulls cannot happen, the stacks cannot happen because the ward haven't placed here. It's nice to see a split earth goes on, a Fissure goes down. They're chasing down, and Shadow Shaman falls down in no time. He's focused down by the Rubik and all the other heroes. Leshrak actually chasing them. The Tombstone zombies actually going after the Ursa. Ursa is limping towards his safety. The zombies are still chasing him. He's trying to land a few hits here. Earthshaker quickly TPs back. I'm sorry, Shadow Shaman quickly TPs back after respawning here. 0-2 is the score, and a pause comes in. 0-2 in favor of the Elunes team here. Robin, what do you think?
Oh, this is amazing play. The team of Bleak Gaming is definitely serious about this matchup, man. They do not wish to be, they do not like to be losing in any chance. So the previous lost game, the way it turned out to be, that's definitely making them, you know, more aggressive, and they are actually angry. You know, the kind of stances they're having, the kind of very startup ganks. There's only 3 minutes 27. 3.27 minutes into the game, and they're already got 2 kills, and that 2 very aggressive kills, man. So it's definitely they are not settling for lesser than oppression anywhere. So this is going to be a really, really fast game, and Team DMC really, really need to acquire a very defensive stance and then actually manage the ganks, because if they're able to break that perception, if they're able to hold off certain of these aggressive ganks, it's definitely going to reduce the morale of Team Elunes, Team Oblique Gaming. DMC need to hold off certain ganks, not die, just survive it, because Ursa by far it's going to be like, if he's able to farm well, he can really do wonders. But then he's not able to get some farm. Darkseer continues to farm in the top lane as against the Clink. Oh, let's see what all items got the Clink has. Very basic items. He's just got an armlet. What's this? A pause again? My God, this lag is actually creating trouble. Let's hope this thing is not so painful in this match, because last match all these pauses were like amounting to 30 minutes tops, so it's huge pauses. I hope this resumes pretty soon.
We actually have the And we're back into the game now. Ursa is actually really close to his phase boots here. Meanwhile, we have something in the courier that's flying to Invoker here. Let's take a look at what it is. Invoker is being delivered. Probably his phase boots. What? Yep. The boots are coming. The boots are on their way. I mean, Ursa is also very close. It's just now we have the Undying, the Rubik, and Leshrac. All the three of them are supports here, basically. It should be interesting to see who is going to be taking the last hit here. It's primarily been the Rubik who's been taking the last hits here with a couple of hits here and then with Leshrac here. Again, initiation goes on, Fissure lands, hitting all three of them. They're trying to get him. Rubik actually initiated. Ursa actually getting his buff up and chasing down the Leshrac. 1 hit, 3 hits, and he's down. Undying actually going after the Ursa with the zombies actually coming out. Shadow Shaman comes in, a Fissure lands, getting 2 of them, but Rubik raises Earthshaker in the air, managed to stun 2 of them, and now they're forced to retreat back. That's all that they can get out of this 1 kill that goes in favor of DMC now. Morphling is again pausing the game. There seems to be something happening, like
some lag issues or something. We'll just wait for it when the game resumes. Alright, as we hold back into the game, we've just recovered from a pause. Maybe some lag issues happening on team sides here, but then there's a huge kill that has been acquired by Ursa right there. He just killed Leshrac with just 3 hits, and now we have focus on the Undying, ladies and gentlemen. I'm totally forced to ask something, but there's a pause again, and we just have to wait for it. But let's use this time to ask Kshitij a question here. Like, he's been absolutely a Wikipedia of Dota for me for the whole day, and I'm just throwing questions at him, and he's been answering beautifully and all helping me, everyone here. So my question to you, Kshitij, we have not seen Undying in these games lately. I mean, this is a very nice and unusual pick. I mean, I have not witnessed many games which has Undying in, but very few ones. So in this particular situation, when the Undying is facing Invoker, Shaman, Ursa, Earthshaker, and Darkseer, and he's being supported by, I mean, he has his allies as Klinks, Leshrac, Rubik, and Morph. What is the kind of role expectations from the Undying? What is he expected? Is he expected to be a support? Is he expected to be a tank, initiator? I mean, what exactly is the kind of expectations we have from Ursa in this kind of matchup?
Well, the question that was regarding Undying is, I'd like to answer that by saying that the role that Undying plays in this game, with his specific set of skills at the moment, he's basically a support. And he has to tank because he initiates as well. So he's the support, he's the initiator, and he's the tank. The tricky thing with playing Undying is that you have a really small window of about 25 to 30 minutes, and at the most 5 minutes beyond that to 35 minutes that you have to utilize to finish the game up. Because after that, Undying starts losing his effectiveness. He cannot sustain with the stat growth, the items that other people can equip. Undying, just the only path that Undying has to tank up and get aura items like pipe, we haven't seen a mechanism, but maybe a pipe, a vanguard on his side, an arcane boot, so that he can keep spamming those skills, keep spamming that tombstone and the heal. The skills are amazing. It's a very like a favorite. Many people actually prefer to play it in pubs because it's such an amazing hero to stomp people out. Paired up perfectly with a nice tri-lane or even a dual lane, Undying has 2 skills that can be used. In fact, 3 skills along with the tombstone that are all targeted towards damaging the opponent. And his mana pool is huge, and the mana that the spells take is not that huge. So he actually has the ability to go and spam some of these spells. The first spell just takes raw strength out of the enemy hero and puts them in Undying's account. So the opponent actually gets a little bit of a damage, but the real thing comes when his max HP drops. Like if it's something like 700, it would drop to like 600 after that skill. But the tricky thing is, in pubs, what happens is the enemy does not realize, okay, I didn't take much damage. But what he doesn't see is the HP, the max HP has dropped by about 100 or 180. It depends on the level. And then when you use the soul rip on him to actually drain him of HP, depending on the number of units around that hero, that is when he feels the pinch. And then a proper tombstone can actually finish the job. So he's a very versatile hero. The ultimate is completely awesome. He amplifies the damage on opponents. He has a little bit of more movement speed. His avatar changes, and he has every hero he kills or a unit he kills, an amount of HP is gained by him. He also slows and amplifies damage on enemy heroes. He's an all-round hero, albeit a mana-intensive hero. He needs mana. He needs mana to pull all that combo off. Even before level 6, he is seriously dangerous. He's probably the one of the most dangerous heroes early into the game. As the game proceeds further into the further stages, his brilliance actually starts waning off a little bit. It's for the first time that we've seen him picked, so we really don't know what to expect from a pro player. I mean, I'm sure it must have been picked in previous scrims or the training matches that these guys must have played with each other. But it should be entertaining to watch out for Undying here.
Definitely right. So let's wait for when the game unpauses, and we will join you again. Thank you.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And guys, the game has been resumed again. We're back into the game here. As we see, the tri-lane is still being held up by Shadow Shaman, Earthshaker, and Ursa on the bot lane. 2-1 is the score. OG 2 in favor of OG here. As we talking, the mid lane actually has Morphling doing decently well with 28 creeps in 6 minutes 50 seconds here, almost 7 minutes. He's bottled up the Illusion Rune, has a Wraith Band. This is the first game that we've seen either of the teams picking up a Morphling pick. Darkseer has got his Soul Ring up, hasn't managed to die once. He's in front of a ranged hero that is Klings, who can easily harass him. But mind you, Darkseer is also an efficient harasser. There you go, he uses the Vacuum and Iron Shell instantly just to get some damage on that Klings. Klings meanwhile has his Tranquil Boots up. That should allow him to heal up massively. Also has his Sage's Mask on him, which would probably he's probably looking at to go for a Soul Ring and Tranquil build that has become really popular in the recent time. And we have a pause again. There's not much we can do about it right now, although there's a lot of action that was happening. And bot a fissure did land and did hit about 2 heroes here, mainly Evil Ash and Bend Over. Also as Invoker that is coming in from the secret shop. It could be a really interesting scenario. His cooldown on Tornado is just about to wear off. 3 seconds. He has a Ghost Walk ready to escape. A Tornado is all that he can actually put out, because another Invoke and he would lose out on the Ghost Walk. It depends on how the Drayden team can follow up. They have the positioning. They have 4 heroes versus 3. Let's hope they can make it. Because of the fissure, they've been blocked now from Invoker, and it would be easy to pick off Invoker now. But the Ghost Walk is the only way that he can actually get out. So the prediction on this, my prediction on this is probably that Invoker is just going to Ghost Walk and get the shit out of there. What do you think, Robin?
Yeah, definitely does not make sense for Invoker getting into any kind of fighting right now, because there are 4 heroes right there. Game and poses. Let's just check out. He definitely wants to go for a Ghost Walk. He is being spotted. I think he did Ghost Walk out of it, but Leshrac makes it a little hard for him to go. I think he's definitely going to make out of it. But oh, Morph is almost onto him. Does he actually know where he's going? No, easy escape. Oh, Morph is actually going for the rune check. Oh my god, this pause thing's happening again. It's becoming a routine. So we're actually watching pauses and some game in it. You know, this is basically the routine. Never mind. Still, we had there a clever escape by Invoker in the first place when he was facing 4 heroes. Morph tried to waveform on him, but then he managed a Ghost Walk, and he very easily managed to go into the jungle and clear out all these heroes. This pause is just ruining everything, but then it's betterment for the gamers as well, because there's possibly facing some kind of laggy situation. So that's okay. We'll just resume as we get the game unpaused.
And the game has been on pause. A fissure again lands. Undying caught in the middle. Cold snap. Not a cold snap. Hits going off on him. Ursa is actually taking the heat. 1 hit away from dying. He falls down. 3 hits. 2 hits. And the 3 heroes. All the tri-lane has fallen down. Morphling also comes in a little late, but not much to use there, because the 3 of them are perfectly efficient at cleaning out the entire tri-lane that was present there. One wrong move, miscalculated attempt at ganking one of them who was caught in the fissure, landed them all dead.
Now I would rather speculate it as an intelligent play by Rubik there, by just lifting up the Ursa, just disabling him for all the damage he could do at that time. It totally disfigured all the entire team's attempt to go for actually killings, which actually turned on themselves. This is amazing play by Rubik there. Excellent work by lifting the Ursa in the air. I mean, he did not expect this. Maybe he was, but then he did not expect it to go like this. But all 3 heroes dead. Earthshaker, Shaman, and Ursa all dead in the bottom lane. But this, if it continues like this, is going to be a problem for him, the DMC. But then I'm in no position to call it a problem. Then this is then going to be my bad, because I've seen DMC doing wonders in the last 25% of the time. So I'm not saying anything on favors here. So let's going to watch some good plays. Both teams are performing very well. The nice farming is going on in the middle lanes, as well as the top lanes, as well as in the bottom lanes. Some action definitely happening. And there we go, they are pushing up on the tower here, as Kshitij mentioned. This guy is very good pusher. I forgot his name. The Undying, yes, the Undying. Undying is a great pusher, he says, and that's exactly what we are seeing. Huh?
Yeah, the fissure actually has been stolen now. That's an amazing spell steal. Rubik is level 6. Fissure, level 3 fissure has been stolen. That gives them serious dominance here. They can easily pick off 3 out of the 3 heroes again, all alone. It's amazing here. We see a teleport coming in the form of Darkseer. They know a fissure has been stolen. Fissure lands on the Ursa. They're still going. Darkseer goes from behind. A vacuum and iron shell. He's hitting all 3 of them. Split trying. Soul Rip, and Undying actually releases his ulti. Shackled up. They take down the Leshrac. Meanwhile, he brings down the Shadow Shaman. Undying brings down the Shadow Shaman. Tombstone has been laid out, and Earthshaker also goes down. It's a team wipe on the side of the DMC. Leshrac is the only one who falls down. Amazing gameplay there. One Leshrac had to be sacrificed for getting 4 of their heroes here. They should actually ideally get this star down, capitalize on the advantage that they've got right now. That's the only way they can win this. They need to focus here, but they seem to be retreating back. But it's all right, I guess. It's too early in the game. It's 11 minutes. They're probably just thinking that they should go and resume their farm here. Morphling has sent his illusion to base here. He would probably be teleporting the base and coming back on the mid tower here. Let's see if he makes it in time, or he's going to use it. Does he want to use it? A waveform and then a quick replicate back to the base could actually be a nice maneuver there, but no, he chooses just to let it go. Now on the bot lane we have the similar trio again, who have reached their destination, that is the T1 tower on the bot lane. Undying and Rubik and Leshrac are again in place. Again is the same 3 versus 3 style here. We just saw something being delivered to a hero here. Let's see what the items are. Arcane Boots on Rubik is up. The Fissure, an amazing spell. The Fate Bolt Fissure. The Undying has his Arcane Boots plus his Vanguard. 51 creeps in 11, almost 12 minutes now. Amazing farm there on Undying here. He is the tank that we all expect him to be, and paired up with the Leshrac, who has taken the role of a complete support. Does not want items, does not want the last hits now. In fact, he never took any last hits. It's just been one, or like, how much did he take? Yep, it's just 1 last hit and 4 denies here. Meanwhile, there's something flying out in the courier to Klings. It's a robe of Magi and a quarter staff here. Klings just spawned a pyro. I'm sorry we missed that. It just happened here. We're busy focusing on the courier here, and I'm sorry for missing that for you guys. And lots of action happening on the bot lane. Ursa and everyone actually finishing off the job. Invoker is here. They're finishing off the Tombstone. Kills in favor. 2 kills for 1. Darkseer being picked up on the top lane. Invoker actually coming bot and assisting them in taking 2 heroes in the form of Leshrac and Undying here. We also have Morphling who's coming in with a double damage, I believe. No, he does not have a double damage. He came in and he just waves out of there in no time, out of the neutral camp, when he gets hit by the tornado from Invoker. Invoker heading back to the mid lane now. We have again a Rubik who is being farmed here. This game Rubik is not going for a hardcore support here. He definitely is looking for that 4-staff or that blink, the Dendy style Rubik that we've all come to know as. He's the one farming, not Leshrac. Leshrac is the one going for the hardcore support here. Let's see what's going to happen. Ursa has his Morbid Mask, the Lifesteal Mask, the primary item would be Vladimir's offering here, which he's inching towards. He already has a Morbid Mask, a Ring of Regen, and 400k in the goal. It should be up fairly soon. Once that is up, we can expect the Rosh attempt, and then it's going to be action all over the place. The Rosh pit is going to be the pit of action. There's going to be massive action. I hope so, and I hope I'm not wrong. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we have the Darkseer who's just holding his own, has bought a Cloak of Defiance, a smart move there, buying these small items, a Stout Shield, a Soul Ring and a Cloak. That is enough for survivability and damage and magical damage reduction for the early game to start with. We have Morphling picking up the Invisibility Rune. Both of them just trading hits. 4-staff and Phase Boot out, Replicate done. Quickly 4-staff out of there, Invoker goes and is going to scout towards the top rune, probably looking towards making that kill on top on the Klings here.
Oh yeah, so yes, he's definitely going for it. Let's see if he can get it. The dark. I don't think Klink has noticed the absence of Invoker over there. Maybe they are not reported, but Klinks is going way into the base. Invoker is already set on him. He's just far on him, but no, Klinks escapes very easily. Now that's the kind of advantage the Klink always enjoys, you know.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Teams, I guess, weren't really, the Darkseer wasn't really, I guess, prepared for it. And Invoker also did not come prepared with either with a dust or with something to actually go away from there on Invoker here. 2 hits, 1 hit, and Invoker is safe behind the tower, hugs the tower like it's a baby. And Morphling is continuing to hit these creeps. It's really tight here. He has 2.1 thousand gold, 2 Wraith Vans, a bottle and a boot, a TP scroll, 57 creeps, 1 kill and 2 assists in his account. Good farm, good game, good roaming, good map presence by Mr. Crowley here. Let's take a look at some of the good things that DMC is doing. Ursa has his Vladimir. This is the time where he would probably be looking to buy a smoke now. Smoke being a smoke of deceit, not a cigarette. He'd probably be thinking and going and smoking up and going there into the Rosh pit and trying to get that Roshan easily. This is the time. But let's be honest, this is a professional game. Everyone knows Ursa is going to do that for sure. They're all prepared. They know it's going to happen. They have the measures ready here. They have a ward that they've placed here. And an interesting ward here because it is not giving them vision for this rune. It's basically just giving them some scattered vision over these slopes and these paths here, but not to the rune here. Interesting to see. I don't know if that's a mistake or an intentional thing.
No, I'm sure they're just more bothered about Ursa's movement rather than going for the rune thing, you know. But they could have actually placed it in such a place that they actually covered both things, while Ursa's movements as well as rune control. So, but I think it's more important for them to check out the activity on these spawns, these camps and all. So, but then sure, things are happening, things are stabilizing. Ursa got in his Vladimir's offering. We're sure to see a Roshan very near. It's quite near. The tower just fell down. Oh, it just lost the bottom tower. It was okay. The tower was gone long back. Okay. You see the courier near the secret shop buying something. Check out what did he just get? A ring. And who's going for? He's going for the Darkseer. There is a ring. He's going for the Darkseer again. And here you go.
Yeah. And then we can just look at the Darkseer. Actually, it'll be interesting to see. Like he's probably going for a Hood of Defiance now, and most of the time we would see him going for a Hood of Defiance followed by a Vitality booster that gives him that raw HP boost plus a better regen than Vanguard here. He's being focused down, few nukes, Fissure and him, and he's brought up and he's finished up by the Klings here, 2 searing arrows, and that's all that it takes to finish up that See here, the ring not doing much. A vitality booster could have probably helped him to live a little longer, but I guess it's just not time yet for it. The Hood of Defense actually really blocking a little bit of damage from that fissure. An Orchid, 18th minute Orchid, Tranquil Boots up on Klings. That is some impressive farm there. They're gonna take this tower like no problem. It's he's got maxed levels on Strafe, Searing Arrows, and the Death Pact on level 2. Excellent levels there. The Death Pact has been, as we all know, the Death Pact has been buffed by a huge amount. The bonus attack speed and the has been buffed on the Strafe as well to 130. It's a huge buff for Klings here. We're going to see this guy a lot more often. In fact, the topic about heroes to start playing with, I forgot to mention this guy. This is the guy you should ideally, you know, start playing with because he has invisibility. That is one ability that the newcomers, or noobs as we call them, which is a little disrespectful. Let's call them newcomers. They like to use it. Invisibility actually does not, you know, you cannot be spotted unless you have a sentry ward. And there he goes, he reveals himself, trying to focus down the Darkseid. He has the surge. I don't know what they're planning on. Darkseid actually trapped himself. Okay, he's going to TP out of there. He knows that he probably cannot make it through if he goes in the opposite direction of the Klings. And he TPs himself out back to the base here. A Soul Ring and a Hood of Defiance. Hood of Defiance will not do much against the Klings, since Klings is just pure physical damage, and the amplification would probably be negated by a little bit, maybe the 30% that it brings in. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, a fissure lands on 3 heroes, Morphling, Leshrac, and Rubik, and a vacuum comes in. The tower definitely goes down for the Elunes. It's really looking a little bleak for the DMC side. The towers are falling on all the lanes. Now they're off to the second level of their tower, the tier 2 towers that are all that's standing now. Meanwhile, for the DMC side, they haven't taken the same amount of towers as DMC have. It's just 1 tower in the mid. And Ursa has just purchased a Blink Dagger. Blink Dagger amounts to massive action, lots of action, blinks all over the place, and really focusing down of really awesome support in very short time. Now the key item for the support is actually going to be a Ghost Scepter now.
You know, if it's Ursa in the game, I am expecting early kills, man. I don't know if I'm wrong or I've not seen Ursa much in action. Maybe it's the competitive scenario that Ursa is limited to, but then it's not limited, I mean. So we just seen a killing spree there by Chinese Monk. What happened? Alright. Kling's all back in action. He's just... Alright, Ursa just took down Leshrac, and I think it's very easy for him. 2 or 3 hits, that's what it's about. Great job. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I'm looking more often towards Ursa, you know.
Yeah, guys, there's lots of action happening all over the map. On top, they got 2 kills here, and on bottom lane here in the forest, Ursa actually picked up the Leshrac here. Klings is actually getting massively fat. He can just focus down the supports in no time. Darkseid's Hood of Defense is not holding up against the pure physical DPS that Klings is throwing at him. Now they're trying to focus down this Undying. The ping signals are going out. Ursa actually blinked in. Right hits. They're going down. Undying pops off his ulti. And Morphling with the Ethereal Blade and Adaptive Strike and the Waveform. A fissure coming out of nowhere from Rubik, I believe. I don't know. Amazing gameplay there. The complete gang just turned around on them. Excellent presence by Morphling here, coming in with such a fast Ethereal Blade at 21 minutes. And the Klings being fat at 4.4 thousand gold, a regen rune being spawned. Will he pick that up? No, he doesn't pick that up. They're just going for this tower here, and Morphling has actually gone back to base. The replicate, he has replicated back to the base. He has a TP. The boots have not been upgraded to boots of the treads or anything. He indeed has chosen to go with Wraith bands here. Let's see what's going to happen now. It's exciting stuff. Morphling is seriously has reached his the potential that is there for the mid game. This actually is mid game, but it's early mid game. We usually see this happening later into the mid game, where he really gets lethal with that Ethereal Blade. Amazing farm, really quick farm by Morphling.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is great action happening right here at Alienware Game Victorious Room. Oh, there is a smoke happening. They're just smoked up and planning a gang on the Undying. Doesn't know about it, and it's all on the Undying. Ursa goes in with and check it out.
They're focusing down the Undying, shackled up. They're focusing down right clicks. Iron Shell. Fissure comes in a little too late. Well, Fissure actually finishes off by. Fissure was by Rubik, I believe.
No.
Right? Yep. The fissure was by Rubik, a little too late. Yeah, that's the confusion. Like we're really getting, it's tough to keep up with Rubik here. Ursa takes down Roshan in no time. It's just a matter of seconds for him at this stage. Although he doesn't have a slot, does he keep the smoke down? Yep, the smoke is down. Hopefully a teammate of his will pick it up. Punk should probably, or maybe someone. But anyways, he has the Aegis. That should help him a lot to survive all these gangs. 6-16 is the score. Clearly not in favor of DMC. It's an uphill battle, just like last game.
I would totally disagree with them. Not in favor, man. I am not. I have the concept of favoring any team is just beyond me now. I have seen wonders happening here, man. The kind of reversals I've just witnessed in this tournament, which I'm fair to mention, like you just cannot say, man. Favorism. It's only a matter of quick thinking, good kind of farm, and the kind of outcomes of the gangs that actually determine the outcomes. So it's amazing. I'm not favoring any team, and all respects for these beautiful teams. They are professional players. They are the top teams, the best of the best we have in India. And not to mention, they are fighting each other in this beautiful tournament brought to you by Alienware and Dell computers and Microsoft Windows. This is called the Alienware Game Victorious Regional Finals, ladies and gentlemen.
A huge item pickup there by Klings. He picks up his MKB now. Not only is the shotgun morphling already come into its place now, the Klings also has his MKB up. It's just going to take a few seconds for him to focus down any hero that comes in his way, especially if it's an Earthshaker or someone like the Shadow Shaman. They'd fall down within seconds. The only person who can actually get out of this is the Darkseer with his Surge. They're going for the push. They're going for the mid. Here, Wall of Replicate goes on. Vacuum gets them all. Tornado, EMP, Fissure comes in. They're focusing down the Rubik on a sliver of HP. Pipe goes off. Undying releases his ultimate. Ursa trying to chase people here. Tombstone is also down. They're trying to focus down people. Rubik is on less HP, very little HP. Earthshaker gone down, and Shadow Shaman are the first to go down. Like I said, the first two heroes going down. Klings just doing massive truckload of damage on both of them. It's just insane how much the farm the Klings has got in so little time. It's 25 minutes. Looks like the last game just did serve as a complete reminder to all of them. They knew that they have to win this. They have to prove themselves. This is it. They are not going to be complacent about it now. They have to, and I guess that's the reason they stuck with their Elunes tag, because they brought their A game now. DMC has just been caught a little off guard here. An Ursa pick, not really able to sustain that with the help of, although a blink goes in and an instant Undying killing the Earthshaker again. Leshrac destroying the tower. Ursa is trying to focus down someone, but Klings again uses invisibility and goes out of there. Cold Snap on the Morphling, but he's just too far. A little bit of strength morph there. Oh, the Cold Snap is still active. Blink again and one shot kill. Morphling dies to Ursa. He's now focusing the Undying on 0 mana. Eul Scepter on Rubik, very little HP. A Ghost Scepter there is keeping him alive here. They're still trying to focus him. A really good lift there. They're still chasing after him. Rubik is still going strong. Cold Snap, 1 hit, 2 hit, and he finally goes down. The pipe again. The tornado comes down. This focusing on Undying now. Ursa has landed 1 hit. He needs to get closer. He needs those hits on him. They're still trying to focus. Split Earth comes in real quick. Excellent timing. Their Vacuum really doesn't help. Tombstone landed. Morphling is up. Let's see if he just combos one out of the picture. He waves in. No Ethereal Blade. No Adaptive Strike as of now. And finally he gets the Adaptive Strike. Huge range on that. He has a very low mana at the moment. They're going after Shadow Shaman, and Shadow Shaman dies. Kling spawns Shadow Shaman within no time. Lots of action happening here. Robin, thoughts, man?
This is amazing, man. This is 4 minutes of action. Lots of hero killings happening. The stats have just gone from 11 to around 6 to exactly 22 to 9, with all these characters getting back into the games, Spring and Undying make sure that they make a run for their lives, man. They allowed him to chase from the middle tower up to the bottom tower, second tier. I mean, they've been chasing him. He refused to die, even though the act of courage can be seen as actually protecting Rubik from death, and actually blocked their path. When Ursa was going for it, but then he just allowed to make them chase, and finally got some help from Leshrak in building, and then Wolf spawned in. And that's again, then they assumed 2 more kills. Presumably, the Shaman went down, and Seer went down on that run. Amazing gameplay. Invoker trying its best. Every player in this match is trying its best to conform to the matchups that are happening here. Morph and Klinks equally farming and getting the respectable positions inside the match. Klinks is definitely farming again. BKB, the Monkey King bar is up, the Orchid is up, power threads, and that's amazing stuff. Meanwhile, all the Radiant team characters seem to be a little low on item things, but then Ursa, which is supposed to farm well, is farming well, but he's definitely wanting to have some more hunting kills. Like he comes across with some solo heroes. He needs more kills, man. He definitely needs more kill. That's what is expected of Ursa. Oh, there he goes. Ursa goes against the Morph. He's used an Ethereal Blade on him. Ursa trying for. Where'd he go? He disappeared. He's simply gone.
That was actually a very clever move, by Morphling. I mean, that moment he was actually out of anything. He knew that if he could not take down Ursa, he had to blink. Replicate back. A clever move. He could have taken down Ursa there, but it was just not a risk he was willing to take. Safe play there, good play there. And things actually running all over the map, focusing down these supports like no problem. They just paper thin, and for him, the truckload of damage that he can deal, they just can't stand a chance there. They seriously need a Ghost Scepter here. I haven't seen one up on Shadow Shaman yet. Well, they're barely managing to get any farm here. Without the map vision and the wards, a Ghost Scepter has taken a back seat, I believe. Klinks.
Very true, Kshitij. I see Klinks doing wondrous damage all over the place. He's getting Imba, man. 3 hits, 2 hits, that's all he takes on a support hero, and there he's gone. The concept of the ghost, the ghost thing you're saying?
Yeah, the Ghost Scepter would actually, it would make a enemy hero immune to any sort of physical attack. But the thing is, they're not in a position to buy such an expensive item. Although it's just 1.6k gold at this point for the supports, it's really a tough item to buy because they're just struggling to get the farm here.
That's very true, man. So let's see how they struggle it out of this one. This man check on Roshan, but he's not there. I think it's still being. He's been killed by Ursa some time ago, and he still takes some time to respawn.
Ursa is probably looking forward to go for that BKB here. He's about 100 gold away from that Mithril Hammer, and then only the recipe stands in his way. There are quite a few disables here. There's the Silence on Klings, there's the Split Earth, the Soul Rip, the Morphlings, mainly the Morphlings, the whole combo of Waveform, the Ethereal Blade, Waveform and Adaptive Strike that Ursa needs to protect himself against. We saw Ursa dropping down to just a fraction of his HP when Morphling pulled it off. At that point, he needs to make sure that he does not get caught out like that ever without a BKB here. Now we see signals going off, and they're circling towards Rosh here. They know something's going to be up here. Undying has farmed immensely. He has his pipe up, an arcane boots up, a vanguard up, complete aura support. The team is strong. He keeps this team alive with a 400 damage negation of magical damage. Meanwhile, at bot lane, we have Invoker with a new scepter, a 4-staff, a phase boot, a gem, and an ogre axe. Decent amount of farm. The only farm that I see on the Radiant team is by Invoker and Ursa, and good farm, I might add, with the difficulties that they've been placed against. Invoker and Ursa have farmed good. Invoker, especially with a 140 last hits at 32 minutes, is decent for a game at this position. Although they still do not have any tower except the tier 1 tower at the mid. And for the Dice side, they've swept across the complete land. All that remains of the Radiant side is the base, and that's all they have to defend now.
Yes, they are definitely boxed into their last year of matchups of this tower. I'm sorry, last year of the towers, and definitely pressure is building up on them. Roshan signal is happening. Maybe they're going to go for the Roshan. Just check out the Roshan, Shatij. There you go. No, the Roshan is still not up. Morph still continue to farm on these bigger creeps here. I think they're just waiting for Roshan to come up so they can have the much needed AGs at this point in time. And you know what? I'm actually thinking that once they get these AGs, if they get it, and they're going to go for a push here, and they're definitely not going to settle for any less than a tower and a barrack in one lane at least. You know, that's what the kind of thing I'm expecting. There you go. The Roshan is up, and ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if they have noticed it.
I must point out that was a perfect Sunstrike. I mean, I don't know what Invoker has a watch on his hand, a digitized Japanese watch maybe, to keep track of time where Roshan is going to spawn. But that Sunstrike was at the exact moment when Roshan respawned. That is awesome. And the Dai team have actually missed that happening, but we were lucky enough to see it. It's just amazing how aware these guys are, and how much mental calculations that these guys have to make. It's amazing to watch these guys playing in action. This is serious Dota here. They've planted a sentry ward here to try and get rid of any of the observer wards that these the Radiant side may have placed here for vision over this cliff here. This ward is extremely important here. It gives them vision all over the map, all over the from the top of the hill, all around it. It's amazingly important here. And we have them actually. Are they in a smoke? No, I thought they were in a smoke. Anyways, Ursa has actually almost reached the 2000 mark. He's really close to getting the, I mean, he should get that Mithril Hammer. Probably he's just waiting for a failed gank perhaps and a quick buyback. That's what they have to anticipate. Anything here. Let's take a look at the last hit and denies it. It's 231 on the Klings. A huge lead ahead of his own teammate that happens to be Morphling at 164. The only one that's come a little close is the Invoker and the Darkseer with 150 and 121. Roshan is being picked up here. They will pick it up with ease here. It goes down in a fraction of seconds. It's still the Aegis here, I believe. Lincoln Sphere is up on the Klings. He's made a Lincoln Sphere with the Aegis, an MKB, an Orchid, a Part Tread with the agility on. He'd probably convert that into strength for his sake.
Check out his movement speed, man. Look at his
the movements here, exactly. He's almost at the max. He is, in fact, at the max speed. 518 is, in fact, just 2 units short of the max speed.
Steam engine, man. Stop me, man. Check it out.
Absolutely.
It's definitely like a steam engine, man. It's roaming, and check out how good speed he's going on. Like, it takes him like a few seconds to go one tower to the other and one lane to the other. That's pretty amazing on the movement speed right there. 600, you say?
Yeah, it's 520 the top, the maximum movement speed. Yeah, and right now we just saw a EMP, a tornado, and a fissure all landing on this Undying here just few moments ago, and he's back to his full HP. That's the incredible power of a Vanguard and a Pipe. He can just tank it all up. There is no running from him, and he is not running from anyone. It's just amazing. This is going to happen again in the EMP tornado. He's going to keep spamming that. Morphling actually waves out for the last creep. He has a replicate sent somewhere. Will he be going back or not? No, he doesn't. It's just 1 second, and he has haste. In fact, he'll be trying to get someone off. Ethereal Blade and an Adaptive Strike takes care of the Shadow Shaman within no time. Again, a wall, an Earthshake, a Fissure, Morph, Echo Slam, everyone's going on. Ursa just spawns. Morphling in no time. Again, we see a comeback here. Ursa actually not making it. Again, he's actually hitting hard. Everyone is just falling here. Zombie mode activated on the Undying. Klings focusing down the barracks here, and now on the Ursa. Leshrac on just a fraction of his HP. Barracks going down in no time. Morphling is the only casualty that we see here. Amazing here. 46 HP on the Morphling. Barely surviving the gank here. On the Leshrac, I'm sorry. Extremely sorry. Again, we see a pickup, and I think he'll go down. Yep. A gem of true sight being dropped. Ursa actually focusing down on the Undying now again. 2 casualties, a bit of overextension there. Absolutely not needed. Did we miss the Morphling dying to the Sunstrike? Did we miss that? if we did, oh my god, if we did, I'm extremely sorry. This game has to be watched again. Just like all of the games, there have been so many good games in this tournament, and I'm sorry that we're just not doing justice to it, but we're trying really hard here. The tournament, as you know, has been brought to you by Alienware, the Dell computers, and Microsoft Windows 8, powered by Lord Nod Productions Limited. Thank you for having us here, Lord Nod. It's a pleasure to be here. And again, we see a gang going on. Ice Wall drops up. Elunes on the Klings. They're focusing down. A bad fissure actually blocks Klings. Forced up. Thankfully, a Shackle is there. But they use up all their spells. Now he has the Aegis. He's going to spawn back. A mistimed Enchant Totem. But they still get him. A godlike streak of Klings is actually broken for 748 gold. All going in favor of the Earthshaker. Earthshaker, who has a blink before he could even afford an arcane boost. Amazing play there. Good play, but still, I doubt it's not enough to bring them back into the position to win this game. They still have a long way to go. They've been mega on this lane on which they haven't even taken a single tower. That's always a huge burden. They cannot overcome that. That's what I believe. They probably have, the only chance that they have is to either focus down on the mid tower, one team wipe, and then go for mid, because that way at least they'll have a little less obstacle. Ursa actually picks up his Black King bar as we speak.
Team wipe is definitely an option, not actually working out for Team Radiance here, you know.
I know, it's just like a theoretical, hypothetical musing, you can call it.
I understand, but this is going to be really interesting. All we've seen gangs, the outcomes are definitely going in favor of Team OG, you know. They are very well coordinated, they are very well farmed as well. So they are not letting the outcomes to be going in favor of Team DMC. But still, DMC is all hopeful, they're all sticking together, and they're definitely going to do something about it. And for now, they have a problem of a mega lane on the top side that they got to deal with the very good fact that the top tower of the Team Dire still stands, and that's actually going to be a problem for them. So maybe they should get rid of it. But as we speak, Morph, Rubik, and the Undying plus Leshrac, they all group up in the bottom lane. So that now they have decided to go for the bottom lane push. That's a very wise thing to do. Building pressure on both sides, definitely what they want at this point of time, and they're just pushing it. They're just pushing it. We just follow. You see Klings hauling in like a steam engine. He's just running in. I mean, there's no stopping on him. Just check it out. How speeding is coming in, and let's check this to see him. All right, then he goes. There goes the Death Pact, and she got some good HP. And he's going to join the rest of the crew, and they are pushing for the tower.
Death Pact has actually got him a plus 152 damage, and his HP is like 2,600. He is one of the most fragile heroes here, and he is now one of the most tankiest heroes. He has made himself into one of the tankiest heroes. The pipe goes off, and now they're going for the bot racks. Klings focusing down like no problem. The Meteor, the silencing, deafening roar. Ursa BKB focusing down on the Klings. Right hits. But Klings is the one who wins it in the end. Now they're focusing down on the Earthshaker. 2 hits and he's down. Undying still trying to chase down everyone. Shadow Shaman falls down to Morphling. Morphling picks up a double kill with Zoom. The Invoker going down as well as the Shadow Shaman. They're still going into the base and pick up the final Darkseer. GG, well played is the call. Double side Raxes go down. This game has ended. Finish cut is the call. Oblique Gaming wins this. They are the winners of the semi-finals. They will go up and now face up against ATE in the finals of this Alienware tournament. Thank you, Alienware, for sponsoring this tournament. We thank Windows 8, Microsoft Windows 8, Dell Computers, and Alienware for having this. And thank you, Lord Nod Productions, for having us here. This has been an amazing game. All the players have disconnected. Insane game here. There's not much we can say about it. We're at the end of our stamina here, and we need a break now. Thanks, guys, for watching. This has been an incredible best of 3 series. Thanks for tuning in. This is Croc with Punjab Police. Robin.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great game, and we'd like to sign off now. I'll meet you in the final games. Thanks a lot. Good to have you here. Bye-bye.